It's no surprise that Indonesia, the largest country in Southeast Asia and one of the most populous countries in the world today, is renowned for its thousands of islands and rich cultural heritage. What might be surprising, however, is that over 55% of its population resides in Java, an island that's only a small dot on the world map, but has a population density far greater than vast countries like Russia. But what is it that draws so many people to this small island, and how does it sustain such a massive population? To have a better understanding on why this small island is inhabited by more than half of the Indonesian population, we need to look back at how it was originally inhabited thousands of years ago. Humans have inhabited Java since as early as 2500 BCE, when agriculture began to take root on the island. The kingdom of Mataram was the first to be created in Java in the 9th century CE. While initially a Hindu kingdom, its rulers embraced Mahayana Buddhism, which went on to have a great influence on the island during the 8th and 9th centuries. However, Hindu culture began to make advances on Java after that, particularly during the reign of the Srivijayan Empire. The Singhasari Empire was the first one to unify Java under Kertanegara, who expanded its influence to nearby islands. It was succeeded by the Majapahit Empire in the late 13th century, which dominated the Indonesian archipelago. By the 16th century, Muslim kingdoms like Demak rose to prominence, spreading Islam across Java. European explorers arrived in the 16th century, with the Portuguese first landing in 1512. The Dutch established control in the 17th century, making Java the center of their colony. But when Indonesia declared independence in 1945 after World War II, it ended Dutch rule. Java Island is the 13th largest island in the world and the 5th largest in Indonesia by landmass, at about 132,011.65 square kilometers. The island is rich in history, as most of the historical events that shaped Indonesia into what it is today took place on it. Java was the center of the powerful Hindu-Buddhist empires, which existed thousands of years ago, and also the Islamic sultanates. It was also the heart of the colonial Dutch East Indies. In the time frame of the 1930s to 1940s, this island was also the epicenter of Indonesian struggle for independence. These historical events shaped the island, turning it into not only a historical location, but also an economic and cultural powerhouse. Java stands out for its extraordinary population density. With over 150 million people, the island hosts 55% of Indonesia's total population, making it the most densely populated island in the world. To put this into perspective, Java has a larger population than Russia, the world's largest country, which has approximately 146 million people. This contrast is even more striking, given that Java's land area is 120 times smaller than Russia's. The island of Java was formed as a result of violent volcanic eruptions thousands of years ago due to its location directly above the borderline of the subduction between the Indo-Australian and the Sunda tectonic plates. This subduction is what generates magma from underground and forces it to the surface in the form of volcano. Indonesia is not only one of the top 10 countries with the highest number of islands, standing with 17,500 islands, with more than 7,000 of those islands uninhabited. It is also the country with the highest number of active volcanoes, with a total number of 59, standing ahead of Japan with 44 and the United States with 42 active volcanoes over the last 2 centuries. Out of these 59 active volcanoes, 45 of them can be found on Java Island alone. Throughout the history of Indonesia, some of these volcanoes have erupted, producing some of the deadliest and highest number of casualties, with the most recent eruption in 2010, claiming the lives of 353 people and significant damage to the affected area. One may think that the presence of active volcanoes in a location makes it not suitable to live in, but the opposite is the case for the people of Java, as it provides incredible civilization benefits. The aftermath of the volcanic eruption is the spread of volcanic ash, which has been forced out from deep inside the ground over the horizon of the island close to the volcano. The volcanic ash is found to be rich in soil minerals, which are then absorbed into the soil. These crucial minerals are very essential as they improve the quality and fertility of the soil, making it suitable for farming activities. This means the soil on this island is never or rarely depleted of its nutrients, as a result of timely replenishment that takes place after every volcanic eruption. Thus, because of the availability of high fertile lands caused by the continuous but timely volcanic eruptions that release volcanic ash rich in nutrients into the soil, Java has become the most ideal location for producing large amounts of food to feed a large population. Another geographical characteristic of the Indonesian islands, most especially Java, is the location in the tropics very close to the line of the equator. This means the island is located in the region that has almost permanently warm temperatures throughout the year, with not much seasonal variations, if any, actually existing. Furthermore, the location of Java in between the larger continental landmasses of Asia and Australia exposes the island to the seasonal rainfall patterns as a result of the regional monsoon winds. This makes the island of Java experience warm temperatures and heavy rainfall throughout the entire year, thereby attracting a large number of immigrants who want to take advantage of this opportunity. The three factors that make Java highly efficient in agricultural practices are the year-round warm temperatures, heavy rainfall, and fertile soil. They serve as the three perfect conditions needed for mass production in a relatively smaller land area. Java Island is known for its large rice production, which some say is the real reason that led to the population growth on the island. Unlike other staple crops, rice contains a vastly higher amount of energy, and therefore it is well preferred in a growing civilization. This means rice cultivated on a piece of land can produce 2 to 3 times the amount of energy produced if another staple crop like wheat is cultivated on the same size of land. It's no surprise that rice production on a large commercial scale calls for a large amount of labor force in the absence of industrial machinery, same as the situation on Java. This is because it is the staple food that is most labor intensive when traditional methods of cultivation are used. This creates some kind of a feedback loop, whereby in the absence of mechanized agriculture, the larger the rice production, the higher the number of labor force needed, and therefore the higher the job opportunity, which encourages immigration of families to benefit from this opportunity, normally with a drastic increase in the population. One of the consequences that can be faced is the inability to meet the food requirements of the population, but such is not the case on Java. The more land area used to cultivate rice, the more people it will feed, and the more people required to cultivate it. Java doesn't only have the ability to produce rice for its population, but it does more than that, as it produces for the entire world. Due to the presence of abundant labor, warm temperatures, heavy rainfalls, and fertile soil throughout the year, the people of Java have been able to develop a system of rice production which includes producing 3 complete cycles of rice crop every year for generations. This is something you can rarely find in not only other parts of Indonesia, but the entire world. This tiny island has turned out to be very important due to its ability to produce as much food to feed a large population irrespective of its size, producing about 56% of all of Indonesia's rice, while inhabiting more than half of the Indonesian population, despite it being just about 7% of Indonesia's total land area. It is not only agricultural production that makes the island of Java a powerhouse, it also plays a huge role in the economic and cultural development of the country. How it does that is basically simple. It is because of all the natural and agricultural benefits of the island that the economic and cultural heritage of Indonesia started to get centralized in the region, and the city of Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, which is home to more than 10 million people. This has allowed Java to contribute a staggering 67% of Indonesia's GDP, making it the economic backbone of the country. With greater opportunities comes an increase in influx in the population density. Also, due to the strategic location of the island along seaports, it historically became a hub of trade and commerce. The islands are also rich in spices that you can't find in other parts of the world. This made the island of Java an important location. More wealth meant more trading opportunities, and therefore more reason to attract people from other islands and even other parts of the world. With the introduction of technology and infrastructure development in the 19th and 20th century, the island of Java was among the first to incorporate the developments, especially in agriculture, which has led to a significant decrease in diseases and famine, thereby providing more and better living conditions compared to other regions. The introduction of technology into the already thriving agricultural system on the island meant more jobs were created, leading to more opportunities made available. The island has also become highly developed with regards to infrastructure, with better roads, airports, seaports and other facilities than many other Indonesian islands, especially in the capital city of Jakarta. This has made it become a magnet for industry and job opportunities, leading to significant migration from other islands in search of employment and a better life. Throughout the history of Indonesia, the island of Java has always played a significant role as the center of the most historical events that shaped modern-day Indonesia, with the capital city located in it. The need to preserve its cultural heritage increased. The culture of the people of Java became something of a high regard and interest. It also created an opportunity for outsiders to experience the culture, with many deciding to stay back and settle down. Java is also host to a large number of prestigious universities, cultural institutions, and historical sites, which contributes to its appeal. The island is home to 4 of Indonesia's 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites: Borobudur Temple, Prambanan Temple, Ujung Kulon National Park, and Sangiran Early Man Site. So now we know why Java is known as the beating heart of Indonesia. Despite its small size, it contains a massive population, by blending tradition with success. But as it grows, so do the challenges. Will Java continue to thrive under the weight of its population, or will it face new hurdles? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from around the world.